exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Thursday. Hey, it's Thursday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, baby. Yeah, week's been going by pretty good. Already Thursday. Tomorrow we're looking at Friday. Shit, into another weekend. Seems like deja vu, like we've been here before. Anyway, I'm glad to see Dwayne Twizzle show up. Thank you, buddy. Jay Clayton is here, and Stephanie are out fishing. All spent the day on the boat fishing. And gonna go to dinner and the movies. Always the romantic couple of the Blue Dot family. Ain't that something? Dorothy Tyndall's here. Charles Stokel all the way from Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Richard Phillips is here. Aaron Trumbull is here. Trumbley. Thank you, Aaron, for being here. Cheryl Cashman. Donald, thank you. Sarge Tick is here. TK Baines. Randy Peterson. Woo pig, buddy. Jen Locks. David Madrigal. Elena Jars. Dolores Grant, Ernie D200, Sherry P, how you doing, baby? Glad you got your box. Virginia Watley, because I always say Woody, because I'm just that way. It's Watley, Virginia Watley, and she uses her voice, and we so appreciate her. Thank you for being here. Keith Thompson, our Blue Dot up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Michael Johnson is here. Adina Michael, woo! William Allen White is here. Martha Olivera, Valerie Wood Rosato, glad you're here, baby. I'm sure everything is well. And Jess Coggins is here. Pat Hunter, oh Lord, it just went by. Dennis Utenheimer's here. Teresa Diggum, our artist. Glad y'all are here, baby. It is indeed Tuesday. Lot going on right now, I guess. Right now, well, for one thing, we got another shooting going on here in Texas. As far as I know, the guy's still at large. He shot up a bunch of people up in Bryan, Texas. Just another typical day in America, baby. One happened last night. As a matter of fact, Joe Biden came out, made a speech about gun control. And again, I'm proud of him. He's trying to make bold steps here in this country and make a difference, and I'm proud for him trying to do it. Trying to put out legislation on ghost guns and red flag laws, a lot of other stuff that are designed to try to stem this disease we have. It's an embarrassment, is what Joe called it. An embarrassment to our country that so many gun deaths every day, baby. There was one last night, and he mentioned it. It is 6 people dead, and he mentions it in the speech there at the White House. And then right afterwards, we have the thing here in Bryan, Texas, and so it doesn't stop, baby. But he's making big steps, and he's appointing David Chapman. He's nominating David Chapman, who's a 25-year veteran of the ATF, and he is a pro-gun law advocate. He believes in strict gun controls, and he has been nominated for the new ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms division there. So I'm just proud of him. Like Joe said it, we've had prayers. We don't need prayers anymore. Prayers don't seem to be working. And the thoughts ain't doing much good unless you put some action behind it, and that's what he's saying. It's time for action. So, we're dealing with that in this nation, and like I said, it seems to be a continuing theme almost on a daily basis, the mass shootings in this country. And suspect is in custody, one person killed, four in critical condition. Okay, thanks, Sarge Tech. I had not caught up on it. I'm glad to hear the guy's in custody, though, or woman, whoever the hell it is. Got problems, baby, big problems, but we're going to try to get shit done. If we can get it done. If we can get it done. I don't know, with people like Joe Manchin coming out and writing an op-ed saying, well, I don't give a shit what y'all say. I'm not going to eliminate or weaken the filibuster. So we really can't count on Joe. That just pisses me off. It's just one of those little things that just really chaps my ass. Anyway, the rest of the time I spent looking at the George Floyd murder trial, the Derek Chauvin murder trial, I should say. And they had a devastating witness on today, Dr. Martin Tobin. Holy shit, kind of blew it all out of the water. Really some powerful testimony today. There is no doubt at what the cause of death was. You can throw in everything that the defense is trying to juggle around out there, and does nothing. What killed George Floyd was Derek Chauvin's knee on his neck, his other knee on his back, and come find out he's down there trying to lift the handcuffs up closer to his neck so it puts him under more duress. And indeed, they identified the moment George Floyd took his last breath. And for another additional 3 minutes or something, Chauvin continued to keep his knee on that neck. And I say again, for me, a layman out here who's listening to this trial and have keep in reference in my mind other trials I've seen through my lifetime, I don't know why we don't have a first-degree murder charge going here. They always say that to form intent can only take seconds. You can take the time to form intent in your mind. 3 minutes after the last breath. That's a lot of time to sit there and think. I think he was thinking. And I'm disappointed we don't have a first-degree murder charge against him. But I guess we ought to be thankful for what we have, I guess, in the days that we live in, that we can get some accountability, some justice that has been long overdue. But we will continue to watch because there is nothing guaranteed in life. Well, there is one thing. Matt Gaetz has got his ass in a crack. Holy shit, the news today. It seems that his buddy, Joel Greenberg, the tax collector down there in Florida that Matt Gaetz was all tied up when, he's got like 30 some odd in charges against his ass. He's been indicted. He's looking at heavy time. And today his lawyer, Mr. Schiller, came to the court and told the court that we have the possibility of a plea agreement here. And what that implies is that if Greenberg flips, Matt Gaetz is shot full of holes. His boat's sinking like a rock. It's we have to remember that none of what this story is about, the trafficking of young women and the manipulation by powerful people with access to a lot of money. There's a tragedy here, and I don't want to lose that thought, and I don't lose that thought. But please keep that in mind whilst I sit here and take great joy in the destruction of this evil little man. People like him should be, well, what did that lawyer say today? I'm sure Matt Gaetz is feeling a little uncomfortable today. That's what that lawyer said when questioned about Matt Gaetz, how he should be feeling about this. Maybe so, he shouldn't be feeling too good. But anyway, I'm gonna, my button's not working.
What button?
My BDK, oh wait, never mind.
I was about to say.
Bill Jones, this is the second time today I've talked to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I had the pleasure of talking with you for about 15, 20 minutes earlier today. It was very nice.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Hey, I enjoyed the conversation myself,
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah, you were talking about the GOP there, the grand old pedophile party.
Yep,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
who they seem to be.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, and they had, I don't know if you followed that interview, the second TV thing he did on MSNBC, or at least that's where I saw it on. I don't know who the actual interviewer was,
Right.
because he was speaking into a microphone and they didn't show who he was talking to. But every indication that the boy is going to flip and get the bigger fish.
Yeah.
And Matt may be just done with his public service thing.
I think
here.
he is.
He might be doing some other service.
He might be doing public service, but it might be on the side of the road in an orange uniform picking up trash or something.
Being a law enforcement guy, there is a federal minimum for that, and it's 10 years in prison. There's a federal minimum.
Yep.
It can go up to 20, 30, and life, but the minimum is 10 years in prison.
We're going to get into a little bit of that here in a minute. Let's
yeah,
get
the
everybody
future
else in.
does not.
No,
the
it's not
future
looking
does not
good.
look well.
No.
Hey, accountability on all parts. Accountability for Officer Chauvin. Accountability for Donald Trump and all the things he's facing. Accountability for Rudy Giuliani and Mike Gaetz and all these other cronies.
Let's go, baby.
It's about time we have
We need a house cleaning.
When we had Mr. Merrick Garland, did you hear his statement today after the thing on the gun deal? I mean, he's ready. He's ready and loaded. He's ready to go get these guys.
I'm proud that he is in there. I'm
so
feeling
excited.
real good. The whole
Me too.
start of this administration is just cranking me up. I'm ready. Let's do it,
I don't know who can't be excited on our side of the fence. Anyway, bring everybody in. We'll have a combo, brother.
There you go. David, are you with us? All the way out in California. David Goodrick. How you doing?
Doing all right. Suffering in sunny 74 degrees out here.
Oh, I'm feeling bad for you already. Already. Really? You soaking it up out there, are you? Sounds like pretty perfect weather.
Not bad. It gets me over my news about Joe Manchin,
Kind of pissed me off. He's not open to weakening it, which means he doesn't want to change it, so people have to speak on the floor. He's just as happy as just saying, we do it, and that's it.
And only will support a 25% corporate tax rate?
Yes.
How does that help the people of West Virginia? It only seems to help corporate donors to it.
Any big corporations in West Virginia that aren't related to coal? Joe Manchin is a disappointment, I swear, really big time. Anyway, David, thank you for coming in. We're going to get to his ass too. Johnny Fly, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
I am doing fine down here. As David, I'm looking at nice temperatures and a nice, pretty day outside, so I'm surprised we have internet connection.
Well, it was around 70 up here today.
Yeah, look at that.
And I can't complain about that. Actually, it looks like it's still 70 out. I have it on my phone here. And I got a chance to clean off my front windows. I just have to my door.
Well,
I hate the way they do it. They have these wooden, it divides it off into blocks of windows. So I have to do each individual. It's one pane of glass, but I have to do each individual one to clean them. I hate that.
Oh yeah.
Just leave them at one.
I got double doors at the front door of my house, and there's probably, let me see, 1, 2, 3, probably, I don't know, 15, 20 panes on each door, separate. Got the wood in between each one. Yeah, you can't just walk over there and wipe. No, it's a chore. You got to go window by little window by little window. You're there for a half hour. Hey, but it's something to do.
I hope you threw a kiss to Manchin. He's such helping us out so much, isn't he?
We're gonna get into his ass too. Hey, and now let me introduce. And Tony has been here once, but we've had some trouble with him getting him on Discord and everything. But yesterday we had a conversation. We got him on Discord and everything. So Tony Boyd, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Outstanding, brother. We're glad to have you. For those that you may not know, Tony is the one that sent us Grogu back here, Baby Yoda. Grogu is his proper name. And Tony is the one that sent us. Yes, we're tickled at that. And tell everybody where you're from, Tony.
I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana.
There you go.
You know where they had the federal pen where they kill everybody?
Yep, that's the place they. Yeah. Well, everybody's got to be known for something, you know.
Yeah. A lot of people say it stinks here.
Well,
because we got the sewage plants right down there too. So.
Oh hell.
Yeah, they call it Crossroads America.
Crossroads of America. Doesn't smell good around here.
Are you
Damn.
sure it's not Donnie Trump that you're smelling?
Well, hey. It wouldn't bother us too much down here because we smelled a whole lot of different strange things.
Yeah.
I noticed any time Donnie came to my state, the air got a little more of a stinky tinge to it or something. I don't know what it was. I could barely weep it through the air, but you knew it was there. But anyway, Tony, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you. I appreciate being here myself. Like I said, I've been watching y'all for a long time, and I told John yesterday I went out and bought a new computer, headphones, everything. And the first time I used them, I heard everybody. But it seemed like after that, I couldn't hear nobody. So I had to watch you on YouTube.
Oh, Lord. That ain't good.
And I said, well.
That's pitiful. I feel bad for anybody.
Yesterday, I decided to call him. Yeah. And I'm glad they got me all hooked up. You fixed it, John. Remember, you fixed it. I didn't fix it.
Yeah, I fixed it okay. We turned it on. That was it.
Yeah.
I think what it was is it needed to be rebooted or something. And then when we were on the phone and I said, well, let's go try it. I think right there when you rebooted it up, I think that fixed it. So I think it was a team effort, buddy.
Be a pain anyway.
Yeah, really. It does. Discord, you will learn, does have a tendency to kick you out occasionally, randomly. So if that happens, don't think anybody did it to you. Just re-enter the room. Click back in, and you're right back in. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden you're in the room and all of a sudden you're gone. So if that happens, if that happens, Tony, just go back into the room, and you're right there.
And one other thing, I know, Travis, I know you're listening. Your dad didn't say nothing to you, I don't think, did he? But Monday, I found out today that y'all should be getting this package Monday.
Hey, wait a minute. That shit's a secret. A guy told me it was a secret.
I didn't say what it was, did I?
No, but I wish you would, because I wouldn't be able to explain it.
Nope. He can't ask you.
No, he can't ask me nothing.
Okay, well, I won't ask, but hey, I mean, I always look forward to hearing from y'all through mail and all that other stuff anyway, so greatly appreciate it, Tony.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I went down there today, and the guy I gave everything to him, and he said that that you should get it Monday.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. And I said, good. Okay. So I sent it priority mail. So.
Can I tell him it's a toy? It's a toy.
Yeah, you can tell him.
Well, I mean, at that point, you already just said it. God, don't tell Dad secrets, because he'll do that shit right there. You see that?
Well, I'm not saying what it is. It's a toy. You don't know. You don't know nothing. Could be any kind of toy.
I'll just say this. I'll just say this much. You won't be disappointed.
Well, I guarantee that was
we're not disappointed in anything we get from anybody.
Well, you never know. It could be an adult toy too.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's just a toy.
Well, okay. In that case, then, Johnny, I'll say adults can use it. Teenagers can use it. You know,
see,
people in the middle age can use it. It's a very convenient.
You don't
thing.
get in trouble if you take it across state lines. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you're good to go.
It's nothing illegal. Nothing.
Don't give it to Matt
Gaetz. He's got enough toys.
Hey,
Velda Lee, do I hear you in there, baby?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Good. How is Wayne?
Sleeping.
Good. Sleeping good. Sleeping restful and all that stuff. Everything's going well.
He's sleeping because he couldn't sleep last night.
I know the feeling. I can't wait till tonight, because I did not sleep well at all last night for some reason. Nope.
On my kitchen table, I've got 22 tomato plants.
22 tomato plants. You fixing to put them out, huh?
Wow.
Yep,
Wow.
I've got Romas and early girls.
Oh,
Can
I love
you say sauces?
Yes. Roma, that's my tomato. Roma tomato is the one I always buy when I go.
I have tomato seeds I got to start. They're beef steaks.
Oh, those are good. Anytime you grow a garden, baby.
And I went to get bell peppers and sweet Anaheims and poblano peppers. There was there's none in Cersei. There's none of those peppers. So I'm just gonna put them in a pot and throw them outside. Grow if you grow. If you don't, you don't.
Kind of what I do.
There you go.
Honey apple seed. All right.
I've
done my job. Grow.
I do want to hit two subjects that you guys were talking about earlier.
What?
First of all,
yes.
There is no statistics. They have not kept statistics at all anywhere on gun violence, accidental shooting.
Oh, darn it.
Or anything like that.
Suicide?
In the history. And then as far as sex trafficking, that has been going on forever. It has been in the United States since the United States has been here. And a lot of the sex trafficking is picked up from children that are from foster homes because they don't know where these kids are, and the boys and the girls are both sex trafficked. And Native American women in Canada, the U.S., and below.
Did you
Mexico
see what
below,
Deb Harlan
are
did?
being sex trafficked.
The new Department of Interior Secretary.
I seen that. I heard that, and I didn't see it. I heard
she
it.
She has a new team. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, her. Okay, yeah.
To investigate the thousands of murders and missing people on native lands. And it seems to be extremely bad. The murder rate, on these Indian lands.
There's a woman that's been missing, and has 2 children, has been missing for 5 years, and they cannot find any hide nor hair of her.
We don't give them the resources that they need.
She was dating.
And we chump it off on the belief that, well, we give them the land, it's their sovereign territory. They're Americans, baby, about as American as anybody gets.
Yeah.
You know, it just pisses me off.
But they do not have the power to prosecute anybody and put them in prison for anything on native land.
On native land.
Well, they will very soon.
Yeah, I think that's going to change pretty soon, and it needs to.
And the thing is, a lot of these women that are come up missing are in the boon areas where the oil things are, and they can't find them.
Yeah, I read that story, and it made me feel good. It made me feel good that she got that position. A Native American in charge of the Department of Interior. Hey, seems like they know what they're doing.
Yep. Yeah.
And how we should treat this land. Yes, she was an excellent choice.
Yeah.
I hope they can get fresh drink.
Great experience.
I hope she can get fresh drinking water to the Indian reservation.
The infrastructure on native lands is non-existent, and Republicans use that as a weapon. Sometimes they did it up in what is it, Idaho or South Dakota, North Dakota, somewhere where on native lands they don't have a street address on native lands. It's a post office box. You cannot get registered unless you have a street address.
Okay.
So you can't vote.
More voter suppression.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the Navajo Nation has done, they've used the satellite pinpointing, and they go by the grid from the satellite, latitude, longitude for their address, making it their addresses.
Yeah, I heard about that. But isn't that's sad? Instead of working to improve the lives of all Americans, including Native Americans and immigrants, we seek to put roadblocks up, make them jump over every hurdle that we can. Ted Cruz, the mouth of Texas down there, trying to just rant and rave all over the place, who comes from immigrants, has made it his life's decision to demonize the whole situation on the border. Anybody coming up. You know, you get tired of it after a while because everything the Republican Party stands for is an obstruction to somebody, whether it be immigrants or whether it be gay rights or civil rights, equal rights. The Republican Party is the party of no. We don't want that.
You know what, John?
No.
Well, what I remember, I used to work for a department store, and they had this poster in the office that said it had a chimpanzee holding a book.
Yeah.
And it said, "There's no reason for it. It's just our policy." That's the Republicans.
It's just our policy. Well, their policy has turned into
policy of no.
the policy of no. They don't want to do. They don't want to do shit. I'm sorry. You heard Mitch McConnell the other day talking about the infrastructure plan. He's going to stand in the way at every step of the way. He's going to try to stop it every step of the way.
Yeah.
At least he came out and said it. Usually he just does it, so we know.
Yeah.
You know,
He's going to have a problem with that, though, because 74% of Republicans are behind the infrastructure plan.
Yes.
So it might bite him in the ass.
Well, I think I'm waiting on that time where the whole Republican Party is going to have a reckoning here pretty soon, because they can't stay on this track.
Yep.
They are demonstrating every day just how willing they are to let the things in this country go to waste and lie on the side in favor of their political ambitions. I don't know. Anyway, let me catch up real quick, because Tammy Ames, a.k.a. Nana Lovely, donated $3 to Super Chat and said, circle, ... Guess who got a cootie shot? I'm guessing you did, Tammy. Thank goodness you got the first one. Good.
I'm so glad so many people are going out getting that government chip put into them.
Yep.
I can't wait to get my second government chip.
I want that other chip. That way they can track me twice as good.
Yeah, really. Give me that 5G in my veins.
Yeah, I want that vein. Yeah, give it to me, baby.
I'm going to get mine next Saturday.
Outstanding, Johnny Fly. I am. I'm tickled anytime I hear somebody saying they're getting a shot. And
Hey,
Tracy
John,
Tobias. Let me catch
Go
up.
ahead.
All right, Tracy Tobias donated $10 to Super Chat and said, things in America have been bad for too long. Now that we have Joe at the helm, every day is looking up. We must stay vigilant, though. Amen, Tracy.
Amen.
That's what the game is right now. This ain't over, baby. 2022 is, we've said it the last times, and I know some people, well, this can't be the most important one because the last one was most important. Well, guess what? Every one of them for the rest of your life are going to be the most important elections of your lifetime. And that's the way we have to look at them.
We got to get beyond the idea that one election solves everything.
Yes.
And realize it's a process we always have to be active in. In order for progress to happen, progress always has to be pushed. And we push it a little bit further each election we participate in.
And then this administration, like I said, I am so proud of the bold moves that he's trying to make.
Happy so far.
And he's not being shy about it. If you're not on board, we'll find a way around your ass. I like it.
Hey, John, I was just going to say, I just encourage Tony, since this is his first time here, feel free whenever you can find an empty space, just come in, say your opinion. If you hear anything that we're saying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm just
John,
listening, and I'm letting people talk. I'm just listening for now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
John, I
Speak up
wanted to
whenever
ask
you
something
want.
real quick.
Yeah, jump
Before I
in.
forget,
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Aaron T. And I were talking in the main discussion right before we went on, and I wanted to let everybody know. Look in the main discussion at 6:34 p.m. Earth Mama, New York, aka Aaron T, is running for office. She hasn't set up her. She's having a thing with Act Blue. They haven't set up the account yet, but she put a address to her campaign there. 6:34 p.m. In main discussion, Earth Mama, New York. There's an address there where we can help out her campaign. So
outstanding.
Please contribute to the Blue Dot Lady. And she said as soon as she gets her Act Blue thing set up, that she'll put that in main discussion. And when I see it, I will repeat it for everybody and post it myself.
And that's Aaron on the screen
it's in
right
there
now.
Today. There's an address today, 6:34 p.m. from Earth Mama, New York, aka Aaron T.
Aaron T.
So
outstanding.
she's running for city council up in New York. So let's get her in office,
and
guys.
she's a Blue Dot, and she was Blue Dot before she decided. I'm just proud of that. The activity within our family. speaking of that, let me catch up again
Yep.
real quick because Tammy Ames came back with another $2 just to tell us she got the J&J, one and done, no side effects. Outstanding. Then you're done, Tammy. I'm glad to hear that. And Ardessa, also known as Purple Moon Dragon, donated $5 to Super Chat and said, oh, look at here. My great grandchild is going to
Good
be a
grief.
boy. Outstanding,
awesome.
Ardessa.
Awesome.
Outstanding indeed. Your great grandson. Your great grandson, I mean, not great. I threw in one too many greats. Boy, howdy. Ain't that something? The legacy goes forward, baby. Ain't it wonderful to see how that
Somebody
works?
started awful young.
Yeah. Well, we weren't going to bring that up, but we know Ardessa's what? She's in her late 40s. So yeah, great grandchild.
Lovely grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, crazy.
I tell you what, having grandkids is some of the most fun you'll ever have.
Well, yeah,
That
because
was
you get
my
to
late-
love them and then send them home. There you go. Get on there.
You get them sticky,
Don't bother
you get
your
them
daddy.
dirty, and give them loud toys and send them home.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Rattle them all up and go shove them out the door. I don't have
I'll
any
never
yet.
see the
Working
great
on 'em.
days.
You get to spoil them rotten too.
See, there you go. There's a reason for grandchildren.
That's right. So you have something to spend your money on that you enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah, a hobby. That's what it
If
is.
I spent my money on my grandkids, I'd be broke.
Yeah.
'Cause I have 37 grandkids.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, you got
Tony, you
money.
got 37
Yeah.
Good.
grand?
Yeah. and great grandkids, because when I met Paulette back 37 years ago, I had 4 kids and she had 7. We raised 11 kids,
Boy.
and they all got babies, and the
They
babies
all
got
And
babies.
the babies got babies. Next thing you know, there's babies all over the
Wow.
place.
Another big
Yeah.
family, man.
That's
Yeah.
standing. That's the way it
People
works,
ask
baby.
me- People ask me, they said, "Well, Tony," they said, "what do you do about the holiday?" I said, "There's so many birthdays in doing every month of the year, I can't remember them."
Yeah.
I said, "So I throw 'em one big party in the summertime on 4th of July.
There you
I
go.
said, they all
There
come to
you go.
Grandpa.
There-
They come to
There you
Grandpa's
go.
palace."
At
Yep.
Grandpa's Palace to celebrate. Outstanding, Tony. I love it.
And I
That's
love
it.
it. Yep.
That's a good
I tell-
solution, Tony. Just a big party at 4th of July. That's a good
Yep.
solution.
Everybody's invited.
what I
Come.
do.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
We're celebrating, so get your ass over here. So
Yep.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
I buy all the meat and everything, and I buy all the fireworks.
outstanding.
I shoot the big fireworks.
Cool.
I don't mess around.
Don't mess around
They
with no
all get
little
around
firefighter.
here. No, we blow the neighborhood up.
Oh, shit.
So
yeah, but
we-
don't blow your arms off, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, because me and my oldest son helps me out. My oldest son is 43. We get
Oh.
out there, and it wasn't
Act
last
like
year
kids
'cause of
again.
the
Don't
pandemic.
lie. Don't lie. Get
But
out
the
there
year
and act like
before
kids.
last,
Right off the big
it
one,
was
Daddy.
so hot. Yeah, it was so
Now,
hot
are you-
in 2018.
are
I
you-
said, forget it.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
certified to shoot them off, Tony, or no?
In Indiana, you can shoot off fireworks any time of the year, really. Now,
Cool.
okay, and
Same
in
with
the,
Pennsylvania here.
now if you get the real big stuff, yes, you got to have a license. But for like
Right.
cakes and
mate.
stuff like that, you don't have to have a license.
For the regular mortars, you don't.
Right. And here the law is in the summertime, between June to September, you can shoot them up to midnight, after dark. But after that, well, the police, everybody gets kind of on you.
Yeah.
But we have a blast, and it takes us not last year, year before last, I bought 42 cakes, and it took us an hour and a half to shoot everything off. And everybody in the neighborhood come out and put their lawn
You
chairs
put
out.
a show on for everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I tell you, Tony,
Uh-huh.
what happened a few years ago, back, I guess it was in the 80s, I was still working at the bleachery yet.
Mhm.
And right next to the bleachery, they had a ball diamond up the road from it. And so I decided to take some, it was just one box of
Mhm.
in it. And I licked that sucker off, and I'm watching. Man, that was going all over the
Mhm.
whistling and everything. And wouldn't you know, but the Schuylkill cops started coming up. I thought, well, I just discreetly walked. Don't ask
Uh-huh.
me how I did it, but I got away from them. But it was nice. People got a little look at it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you
here-
gotta have your water hose and everything out there. When they get done, wet them
Sure.
down
You want
all
to
that.
practice safe
Be
methods.
safe.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
to make sure.
Right.
I couldn't pee on it. I didn't have enough water.
Years ago, we lived on the Tulalip Indian Reservation, and all the Native Americans have their own fireworks stands.
Right.
And the kids that were running around the res at that time were called res rats. My kids were also included in the res rats. Well, the booth starts shutting down. Well, here come about 15 boys with boxes and boxes and boxes of fireworks from the fireworks stands their parents gave them.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay, we set off somewhere around $9,000 to $10,000 worth of fireworks that night.
Wow, y'all had a show.
They took and made a pile of the black little firecrackers that are braided together.
Right.
5 foot by 3 foot tall. And Wayne was shooting off bottle rockets over the railing out into the sound. Somebody threw a live match into that mess with Wayne facing the water, and all of a sudden all those fireworks go off, and he is doing a dance.
Incoming.
I would say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all want to hear my fireworks story?
Yeah.
It was war. Happened in Naha, Okinawa. It happened. Somebody earlier in the day had shot a bottle rocket off, and it landed over by the Navy barracks. And the Navy barracks thought, well, that's the Marines over there, and they shot a firecracker at us. So they went to town to get more, and next thing you know, the Marines are going to town to get more bottle rockets. And then in the middle of the night, here we go in Naha, Okinawa, and there is a constant bottle rocket war going between two barracks. So much so that they had to get the fire department out there and chase us all away. They was afraid we was going to burn the place down. But it was a great battle. Navy won, of course. Of course they did. Of course they did.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Just ask me.
Well, I usually root for the Army.
Hey. I used to piss people off when I worked for. I did 16 years for the Army. I did 10 years for the Navy.
There you go.
They get really pissed off during the Army-Navy game when I'd plant my Navy flag on my Army desk. How you doing, sir? Yes, sir. Good day to sir. Getting eyeballed by the commander and shit. I don't give a shit. It's my flag. Boom. Navy flag on my Army desk. Anyway. So.
When the Army-Navy game is on here, we're rooting for the Navy.
I do not miss that game. I might miss a whole lot of games, but I never miss that game. It's inbred in me. Anyway, let me catch up. Tammy Ames came back with another $5. Tammy, be careful, and said, and I handled it like a boss. My son, however, chills, sweats, abs convulsed, a bit better now, though. Good. Better now. What do you? They can't handle it like we can, Tammy. We've been around this block a few times, baby. Vaccination. Shoot me up, baby. I'm not afraid of it.
That's the thing that gets me.
What?
When you had these little cards for the kids. After they were born, you go in and you get them punched.
Yeah.
For when they've had their vaccinations. There are
the mark of the beast card you're talking about. Yeah.
Rubella, mumps, measles, all those immunizations, polio, yada yada. They're all marked down with their date and stuff on this card. So when you get ready to go to school, you hand the card to the school. They verify that the child has all had their immunizations. If you're going to go out of the country and you're going to go around the world, you have to have an immunizations to go to countries. And you have to show proof of those immunizations in your passport.
Yep.
Oh, ask the military people about how many shots they get before they get to go.
Holy shit, you're like a pincushion.
Hey,
that's why they get push-ups after they have the shots.
And guess what? There's a record. There's a card. In your.
Hey, John.
What?
I just wanted to mention. Just came on CNN breaking news. The Tennessee governor signed a law that anybody down there, most adults, can carry a gun without a permit. I wonder if that's because Biden came up with a little proposal.
Go figure. Go figure.
Yeah. It's like in your face.
Yeah,
We're
in
gonna
your
do what
face.
we wanna
Well,
do.
you think you're going to control guns? I'll just make it easier. That's what the Republicans are doing.
Yeah.
That's what, whether it be gun control, infrastructure, your economic payment you just got, or whatever the freak else it is, the Republicans are all against that shit. Unfortunately, most Republicans out in the country here are for that shit. So the Republican Party is a shrinking party, and until they realize that they're just going to become a moot point at some point, the better off we'd all be. But we're a long way from that. They've still got so much of their shit. Speaking of Erin Trumbley, she just donated, might be a meaning in that, so $7.22 through Super Chat and said, grandbaby girl number 2 is due on 7/22. See there, the Blue Dot family is growing as we speak, baby. Great grandbabies, grandbabies. We're growing
before
on.
my
That reminds
granddaughter
me.
was born.
Huh?
My granddaughter.
For those of you that can, this year 420 lands on Taco Tuesday. Just letting you know in advance.
Double the reason for the holiday. 420
Yeah, we've been
on
preparing
Taco
for this
Tuesday.
for decades.
Yeah.
It's got to be a sign from heaven. Look it up in Leviticus. I'm sure it's in there. Are you shitting me? 420s on Taco
Maybe
Tuesday.
Deuteronomy. Who knows?
Hey, guess what I had today? Tacos.
Tacos.
Tacos. We had tacos, rice, and beans. Yes, we did. And I'm stuffed, as the good book says you should be when you eat tacos.
Aren't you the one, John, that said you like jalapeno peppers? Have you had any lately?
Not in the last hour. No. Yeah, before that, yep. It's tacos, man. What are you gonna do? You gotta have jalapeno.
Yeah, tacos, you gotta have
Gotta have
jalapenos on it.
jalapeno. I think
Come
it's
on.
look it up and Leviticus. It's right there.
Way.
So
I don't like hot food.
you don't like hot sauce?
I do.
I'll pray
Oh,
for you.
man.
No. I'm
I love
already hot
jalapeno.
now. If I eat that, I'll get hotter. Then what are you going to do?
Sweat with a smile. Boy, that was good. Yeah, that's hot. You want another one? Yeah.
You enjoy those cleared out sinuses.
That's right. It clears your sinuses. Your eyes water a little sweat over the eyeballs there. Yeah. Yeah. That means
When I got together with Wayne, I had to turn down the heat.
Wayne don't like it that hot?
All I can do is give him medium.
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 Better than nothing.
Well, that's better. My house, Mama likes mild, or as I refer to it, ketchup. So mine is
And so,
mild.
yeah, when
I have to buy two.
when I accidentally on purpose buy hot, I get nothing but bitched at.
No. I've learned over the years. I buy mild picante for Marcia, and the hot picante for me. I buy the mild jalapenos for Marcia, and I buy the hot jalapenos for me. So there's.
Oh,
Yeah.
now the other day I had one of my aides bring me home a can of Rotel, but she didn't pay attention to what she got, and I had to give it away. I gave it away.
Gave it away.
I gave away habanero.
Oh,
Rotel.
okay. Well, I've had experience with
That-
habanero
that-
on
That
a
is too
daily
hot for
basis.
me.
No, that's the limit right there. Habanero.
Yeah, habanero. Woo.
I
Yeah.
was offered a ghost.
Yeah.
I was offered a ghost pepper one time, and I said, "Are you fucking crazy?"
What did
No.
what did Tyler eat? Not the. It was a Carolina Reaper.
Ghost pepper.
The ghost
Yeah,
pepper.
Ghost pepper.
Tyler's had the ghost pepper. Tyler and Tyler, my two Tylers, both ate. Didn't Tyler T?
Yes.
Yeah, my Tyler and Tyler T had them mailed, delivered in the mail, a challenge light thing. Waited for them to come. They got there and then they stood right in front of all of us and said, "Well, here we go."
Tyler was a fan of spicy food until he did that, and now he can't even stomach it anymore. It fucked his stomach up so bad.
It really ripped his stomach up really bad.
They deserved it.
my
You gotta learn.
my son-in-law Larry, he took and looked at Susie, my daughter Susan, and says, "I'll give you $100 if you'd eat this habanero."
Ah.
Susan grabs the $100 bill and swallows that habanero.
I'd do the same
Larry
thing even
just
today.
And Larry took him, and she didn't make a face. She didn't turn red. And he goes, oh my God, she's got a stronger stomach than mine. He turned off and walked off and went upstairs. And she goes, Mom, milk,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Keep drinking it, because the only time it helps is while you're drinking it. The minute you stop drinking it, there it is.
I personally recommend bread, a piece of bread.
Yeah, bread's good.
She went to the bathroom and immediately threw up. And then she come back and got milk and salt and salted the milk.
Oh,
and that helps. Salt and milk together.
Really?
Yeah, you
Can you
just
substitute
get your hand
the salt
wet
for like sugar?
and you put the salt on your wet
Granular,
hand.
both white.
Drink your milk and you lick your hand. You just keep going back and forth between the two of them, and it eventually helps settle things down.
Wow.
Somebody
Didn't
told
know
me that
that.
if you eat that shit, that best thing to do is shove your finger up your ass and then stick it in your mouth. It's got to be tasting better than what you just ate.
Oh my God!
Hey,
gross.
that's one. I just heard it. I'm just passing. Karen Van Wyck, she donated $10 to Super
Changes
Chat.
the
Not that I'm
subject.
changing the subject.
Yes, you are.
And said, I got stimulated yesterday, and I thought you should get a little stimulation too. Karen, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate that tremendously. I got stimulated too yesterday. And
Me too.
we got
So many jokes I have to avoid here.
Oh, I'm sure. There's a
Oh, I
list of
have
a
one,
wheelbarrow
too.
full of them. Just write themselves too. Oh, you got stimulated, huh? Wait, never mind. I'll let y'all do that. No, we have some new equipment on the way.
You got those new toys coming. You can get stimulated.
We got new toys coming, new microphone, whatever things. What are they called? Microphone stands.
John, shut
Yes.
up. You're not supposed to be talking about what's coming.
No, apart
Oh,
from
no, I
apart
don't
from
know what's coming from Tony.
We don't know.
Oh,
what's
I
coming
do.
from Tony.
Oh, okay.
I do.
I thought you were letting it out of the bag, and I was
I
just
know,
telling you to
no,
shut up.
but it doesn't do any good for me to know, because I wouldn't know how to explain it to him.
No, the only thing
So-
I got yesterday was some. They're coming in the mail. They're new mic stands, so Dad can actually move the microphone in front of his fucking mouth instead
I'm
of
not
going
allowed
all
to
over
touch
the
this
place.
thing.
Where, so all the audio doesn't ever come at.
Hey, you're fading in now.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm fading in and out. I wonder why. I mean, because microphones are designed to where
Do
you.
this?
Yeah,
Do
you
I?
do. Yes, you do. Maybe not this crazy, but enough to where it's like I have to crank you up every now
I have a
and then.
great joke, but I can't do it because it involves a physical activity, and I better not do that on the air.
Hey, Travis.
Hey,
How much you want to
I'm
make a bet,
not.
Travis? How much you want to make a bet, Travis, that he'll forget to move the microphone even when he has a stand?
Oh, I already know it. I'm gonna have to train him to remember, so he can remember to do.
I mean,
that.
I'll be able to do it like them guys on, they reach up and move
Yes.
John,
I'll be able to do
you
that.
forget you're with the Blue Dot family, and we have a good sense of humor.
Yes, we do.
That's what you say on live here, on the live
You'll
show.
whack it on the floor.
And then we go into the blue room, and you get ripped apart. I'm telling you, it's terrible over there. If you're gonna go in there,
No, we
wear
get into
your
the
working
blue room
clothes
we
and
talk
pull your
porn.
hat down tight, baby.
Oh, really?
No, we had decided the other night. We're getting off topic tonight, but that's okay. We'll get back to Matt Gaetz and the Republican Party is destroying the world anyway. But we decided the other night in the Blue Room that the Blue Dots we're all gonna go out and get one of these little RVs. We were looking at a bunch of them on the line, coming up in the discussion there. Everybody showing pictures of little RVs you could buy. You can tow this with a Volkswagen. And we're all going to make a caravan. We're going to go around the country, and we're going to visit different everybody's house. We're going to come to your house and do the show. You'll just get in line and come with the rest of us, and we'll go to the next town. And we'll just be nomads on the trail of democracy. Yeah.
We got a big old convoy riding.
There you
tonight.
go. Yeah. Everybody gets a CB? Are you shitting me if we walk down memory lane? Hell yeah. I'm ready to go.
I've still got a CB.
I got two of them. Are you shitting me?
Baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, I got a question for you.
Yes. What
The
is that?
last time I was in Terre Haute and I was making a delivery, their roads were so freaking tore up with construction. Is it done yet?
Well, It depends on what part of town you're in.
That's a well. That's a.
Well, it depends on what part of town you're in, because our mayor, I call him old Blinky Eyes. You know, he's always telling us he's raising our property taxes to fix the roads, right?
Right.
Well, the main road 41 3rd, it's pretty nice. They have fixed it and everything and all that. And the city roads, he's fixing a lot of them too. They don't have the big chuck holes in them no more. But they're not as bad as they used to be. And construction is kind of dotted around town, you know, certain areas. So
Yeah.
no, it's
Well,
not that bad.
Oh, good, because I was bringing in a semi, and it was just a hell around there with that semi.
Were you
Captain
was
Gaetz
all-
is in jail.
were you coming into town to deliver into town?
Yeah.
Or-
I had to
Well-
go around through detours around the. When you go around, you have to do the detours and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nasty, nasty, nasty. I almost got myself in trouble in Terre Haute.
Well, if you're coming from 70, you know, you can get off 70 there in West Terre Haute, where it says 40,
Right.
and you come on through West Terre Haute, and you'll end up coming across the river, right downtown on 3rd Street, on Ohio, right there. Okay, that's a semi route, and then they'll let the semis go on down to 14th Street, across the railroad tracks, if you're going through that way. But if you're delivering town, just don't try to turn there off of Ohio and 41 going north, because you can't make that turn back on 40 right there. You have to go on past that, north of that,
Yep.
because there's not enough room, you know. And people around here don't know how to back up and get out of semi. They're not that bright, you know.
Hey, I've got a
Not
phone call
just where
coming in.
you
I'll
live.
talk to you guys in a minute.
All right, Velda. Thanks. Come back in a little bit. Velda, have to go take a phone call real quick. Anyway, good time. Let me catch up again. Dolores Grant donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Got stimulated yesterday too. Helped a bit. Helped a lot." Indeed, it did. Dolores, thank you so much. And Maria Betancourt donated $2 and to let us update on CNN saying Texas shooting, 1 dead, 4 in critical condition. Thank you, Maria. We appreciate that tremendously. And ain't that a terrible statement on our country? And Johnny Fly just snuck in with $2 and said, "I have a feeling Matt Gaetz is in serious trouble." Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This just in, John. I think Matt's in trouble because Mr. Greenberg just agreed with his attorney to they're going to be comping a plea deal with the prosecution.
Yeah. I am just, I'm waiting.
That
you know
does
what
not
that means?
bode well for Mr. Bates.
No, that means Mr. Greenberg can't lie. You lie, and that plea bargain's out the window, and you're going up for 30-something years. So you start talking and don't lie, because they'll be able to check all that shit.
Buddy.
Oh, Matt Gaetz is in such bad trouble. I'm loving it.
Don't you just
I'm
love
enjoying it.
some accountability?
I
Man,
do.
this is
I
awesome.
do. I do, especially when they are so in your face. Like Matt Gaetz was.
John?
Yeah.
I just wanted to remind you, by the way, it's Thursday night, not Tuesday. You said Tuesday when you opened up the show. It's Thursday night.
Did I say Tuesday?
Yes, you did.
Hey, they both start with T. All right?
I have it on record.
That ain't close enough?
It's one of
Did
those
I
days
say
that ends in a
Tuesday?
Y, right?
Did I say Tuesday when I opened the show?
I have one of those days too, John. I'll forgive you.
Wait. What? No, I'm very confused because I thought today was fucking Tuesday.
Today's Thursday.
No,
Yesterday was
You're
Wednesday.
the one that
Today's
told.
Thursday.
There's Clyde right there behind me, right? The
Thursday,
Clyde.
Matthew.
Hey, Clyde.
Thursday.
Tell him.
Oh man, I swear this
Clyde was
quarantine's
here
just got
yesterday.
me all sorts of messed up in my week.
He's growing
Tell
on
me.
you, Travis. He's growing on you. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Gotta worry about y'all.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
What
I
day of the week
legit
it
thought today was Tuesday and I was like, well, we gotta get ready.
So
God
easily
damn. Well then, tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday, baby.
That's right. Rant day.
Rant Day, have Beer and Bud Friday. We know what day that is. We don't let that slip by. We have it
right.
marked on the calendar.
It's Silent Film Day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Silent Film Day. Stay tuned tomorrow. Maybe there'll be
If
subtitles.
it's silent film day, I'm kicking someone's ass.
Not as long as I do it right here. As long as I'm right here, I'm doing fine.
Yeah. For now.
You know, guys,
For now.
what gets me speaking about Republicans and Gaetz, these people got all this money, but they go around and misuse everybody. I don't understand that.
Does that make any sense?
That actually is connected.
You know,
It's connected?
I was talking to
Sure.
Maestro today. I was over at Maestro's, and we was talking. How come you got all that money? All that money, all that political power, all that fame, and look what you do. Are you shit?
I'm going to get literary here a little bit. Great Gatsby, written about the Gilded Age, which we're kind of going through a second Gilded Age now.
Yes.
One of the things about that book that it showed about America is how the upper class simply treated the lower classes like objects. And we're in a real similar state here. The people that have the money don't view the rest of us as anything other than objects to be used in their lives.
We
They
are.
don't see us as people.
We are the working
Well,
class.
generally speaking.
Not to be paid attention
Party
to,
of-
but to be
party
kept
of
poor,
family
hungry,
values,
and needing a
really.
job is what they want you to be. That's what
Yeah.
they want.
They want to keep us desperate enough to
Yeah,
keep
they
whatever
are.
job we have just sustainable enough so we can continue to push the levers and the buttons we need to.
Where you're afraid to
But-
leave,
Well, you know what?
But afraid, always afraid.
always afraid, because you,
know
got to
what?
pay the bills, baby.
The
Go ahead, Johnny.
Republican Party has given us a whole new view on what family values really,
We know what it means to them.
you
It
know.
means in your family, if you
Well,
have
yeah.
little girls, you better hide the shit out of them away from a Republican. That's what I get
Yeah,
out of it.
it's,
All
what
Trump
do they
really
call
did.
that? Inbred or something they call that, I think, or inbreeding or something.
Well,
All Trump really did is expose who the GOP really is. They've always been the same way. Trump just brought it to everybody's forefront.
he gave them
We know who they
permission
are.
to be
Yep.
blatant about it, and they took the
Yep.
bait, and they did,
Yep.
and they're
Yeah.
all going to pay a price for that shit.
And they
Oh,
do
oh.
that, John, out in the open with no shame whatsoever. That's what really amazes
Exactly.
me.
They do it in your face.
Right.
That's how come when I said
Yeah.
if we won, and we did, I'm not looking to reach across the aisle, because they stab us in the back every time we do. I don't want to play. Let's come together and sing kumbaya. Fuck you. You ain't voting your shit. We'll work around your ass. Just like Joe
Well,
Biden
we have
said,
to- we have
doing nothing is not an option in this shit. We're gonna get
we
things
have to
done.
work around Manchin
Well.
there, John.
Yes,
Well, we got to
ma'am.
make
like the
Manchin.
president
We got,
Manchin should be a Republican, not a Democrat.
I ain't worried about Manchin. We have 4 Republicans that are going to cross the aisle. So
I don't know
I
how they
don't
can.
sure they will, but I still think our goal for 2022 and 2024 should be to make Manchin's vote irrelevant.
Irrelevant, because he's
Yeah,
going to try to.
Right.
Because all of this is to make himself relevant. You know,
Exactly.
he wants
This is
to.
him throwing around his power.
That's just him saying, "Look at me, I control everything." And this bullshit thing about I don't want to do away with the filibuster or weaken it, bullshit. The way the Republican Party has used the filibuster over the last a long ass time, but in recent history from Obama, they used it to stop everything Obama did, and now they are trying to do the same thing with Biden. The Republican Party is not out here to make deals, negotiate, or anything. They are there to obstruct and make things as bad as it can be for this country so they can point to it and go, look how bad everything is in this country.
I
That's
think
what
you're going to have a hard time with the majority of the Republicans backing Biden's plan. I think that's going to be very hard for them back home.
Their numbers are dropping. The Gallup poll. You know, I took a lot of joy in that. The Democratic Party is rising. People that actually identify, yes, I'm Democrat, they hold their head up. I'm fighting for the right side, baby. We're on the good fight.
We're slowly becoming the
That's right.
party again that gets stuff done for the people.
There you
That's
go.
the key.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
And that is
doing things.
what we have to do. We
What's
have
the
to
Republican
deliver
Party the
for
party
the
of?
people, because the corporations we've seen deliver. They've been delivered. They've had Uber delivery forever. Money? Oh yes, bring in the billions around the back, sir, and put them in that big bin out there. They've been raping this country forever, and we see all the time they don't pay taxes. You
We
know,
screwed around trickle-down economics long enough to realize it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
And
You
it's
remember how we
slowly
got
soaking
the-
into even the thickest skulls.
Yep.
Remember how we got the Reagan Democrats, right? Reagan attracted Democrats because of his ideals. I think in a couple of years we're going to be talking about the Biden Republicans, because right now he has between 74 and 70% approval for not only his COVID package but also his infrastructure package. So
you can't.
Biden
It's hard to fight
Republicans was
good
trending
shit.
on Twitter today for many hours.
Yeah, the Republican Party could have done this. They had their chance. They could have brought up infrastructure. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't bring up health
They
care.
decided to embrace birtherism instead.
That's what
decided
they
to embrace
did. They
conspiracy
embraced
theory
hate.
instead.
well,
And
Trump talked about infrastructure just like he talked about health. Well, we're going to have it in 2 weeks. We waited 4 years for those 2 weeks. It never happened.
Yep, never happened. And they still, to this day, the Republican Party still does not have a health care plan cooking anywhere.
Oh.
It's just
there's a party
non-existent.
of
They're
dreams
not
that-
interested.
Tax cuts for the rich,
They are more interested in profit care, baby. They don't really care about healthcare.
deregulation,
Yeah, deregulation. Get rid of.
and block everything else.
You know, I said the other day, they don't want 28%
Yeah.
corporate tax rate. Okay, let's leave the tax rate where it is, and let's abolish every corporate deduction and loophole there is in the tax laws. Every one of them. Just
they
wipe them
squeal.
off, baby, and let you pay taxes on what you earn like the rest of us do.
Do you know who wrote the laws that made those?
They
loopholes? They did.
They
They're
did.
lobbyists.
They're the ones who actually wrote the verbiage, the lines, the words in those laws.
Yeah.
Those are written by lobbyists.
They praised Reagan, and he taxed the rich 90%. Biden only wants 28%.
28.
I
They're
think
still
they
making out
I think
like
they had to jump
bandits.
on the back.
I don't understand this. Why they want to hang their hat on this cross or whatever. Really?
Why they're choosing this hill to
28%?
die
You're
on.
going to bitch about that? Look what the shape of our country and look what that could do for this country. You
And
bunch of
imagine once they
anti-American
dicker over
pigs, you.
3%. Oh, it makes me crazy.
Oh, it does. It does. Let me catch up real quick. Timothy donated $4 super chat. Timothy, thank you very much. We appreciate that. We appreciate all the donations. It really does. Help keep us thing going. Anyway, thank you, Timothy.
It's going to bite him in the butt, David.
Oh,
It'll
man.
bite him in the butt. I promise you.
I'm
think we're
hoping.
looking-
That's my hope.
We are looking at some major legislation coming, some major moves in this country on the scale of the New Deal, on the scale of Social Security, Medicare, to improve the people's life here in the country. And if that happens, then that does nothing but point to the fact that the Democrats are willing to work for the people of this country. And obviously the Republicans are demonstrating their lust of corporate welfare.
What they better watch out for. Did you see that Patagonia, the country of Patagonia, gave $1 million to the causes against the voter suppression laws in Georgia?
Kind of a worldwide issue, this thing, isn't it?
It's a worldwide issue.
It
The world
is.
is trying to react to this fascistic
Because
maneuvers
we are
in a
supposed to
negative
be
way.
the epitome of democracy. We're supposed to be the guiding light and all that for democracy and how that works and how everybody has a voice. And now we watch the Republican Party as they continue every damn day to try to make it more difficult for a certain population of our country to not vote, to make it more difficult to vote. Hell,
And
to
they hate it.
deny them
We can't
water.
They're being un-American.
They are.
Bottom line.
Bottom
they're being
line is
un-American.
one person,
yeah, but
one
the thing is,
one voice, one
well,
vote.
the thing is, they feel they are American. Though I don't understand how they figure what they're doing is
I
American.
think it's the
Well,
guy in
maybe it's-
Mississippi.
Maybe it's Civil War.
I think it's
Well, maybe
the Attorney General of Mississippi. Don't hold me to that. Go check it out. Somebody down there was talking again, and I can't remember who the first guy was right now, but about how he's a Republican. We have to be careful because they just want to register everybody down there. They just want to register everybody now. As soon as you come into college, you're registered. You go to get your driver's license, you're registered. Now we're going to have a lot of woke people that are getting registered to vote. And they're uninformed people. And we're going to turn them loose in our polling stations. And you see where I'm going? Are you shitting me? It's the same thing as the guy in Arizona that's saying it's not the quantity of the vote, it's the quality. We
That's
need
the
to
same
make sure.
language they use to try to justify poll taxes.
That's right.
and
Count how many jelly beans are in the jar.
take a test.
It's just
jelly
another-
beans in a jar.
Jim Crow tactic. It's not the quantity of the vote. It's obviously this white man over here who lives in the expensive house up on the hill obviously is more well informed than this lowly black man over here who lives in, I don't know what you call that. It's the quality. That's what he's saying. And that's not the way it is here in this country, baby. It's one person, one vote, and you don't get to pick who does.
Amen.
That's what the battle is here. They want to pick who gets to vote.
Attract the voters. Don't cut them out.
They are not attempting to attract more voters to their party. They're not opening up their tent and going, well, look at here. We invite these transgender people in. No, they're not doing that. We accept these Muslims. No, they're not doing that. It's only white evangelical Christians that are only allowed in that party nowadays, and they better be damn well willing to support Donnie the Dickwad, because that's what the Republican Party is now. They have latched themselves onto Trump. That's who they are. They identified themselves, and when people tell you who they are, believe them. Well, they showed us. And they're a bunch of bigoted assholes.
Pastor, one of the prophets that says that Trump's still going to come into power, trying to re-justify that point of view.
August.
That is such a lost cause.
August.
Oh, but they won't give it up, though.
Almost just slap them. Just slap them. August,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, no,
Come here. Come here.
Maybe use a 2x4.
Shit out of you. It's
But like I said, if there was a cure for stupid, we'd all be happy.
Yes, but
there isn't a cure for stupid.
Well,
wasn't it Einstein
there's
that
enough
said there's
gullible-
only two things that are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and he's not quite sure about the latter. There is no.
Well, you know, John,
There
Can't
is
fix
no.
it, but we can
There's
vote it
enough-
out.
Yeah, that's true.
well, there's enough gullible, stupid people out there that believe these people, and that's what keeps going.
Yes,
They shouldn't even have anything to do with politics.
it is incumbent upon the population.
YouTube, some of them.
It's our job to be informed. If you're watching Fox
these
News,
people-
we don't consider that informed. We consider that smoke being blown up your ass by the most anti-American pukes you can find on TV.
But you know what, John?
It's
The
disgusting.
thing is, I see these evangelists and preachers like on a Sunday night or even Saturday. A big network, and it's based out of Texas. I believe it's in Dallas. Star. They have all these white evangelical people in there, and some of them are real jobs. I mean, they're sitting there saying, well, God showed me that on such and such a date. I'm not sure what the next one is. Is it August or something? That
Yeah,
Trump's going to
August.
come back
August.
into power. I mean, give me a fucking break.
Seems to have been wrong the last few dates here. I'm just saying. Man.
But I hear every
Yeah.
time they say that, we're still planning on being seditionists.
Yes, that's us.
Yeah.
That's us. We're all. I just read where over half of the Republicans believe that January 6th was perpetrated by left-wing radicals sent to make Trump look bad. That's 50% of what's left of the Republican Party.
goodness.
Always caveat that
Good
with remembering that the Republican Party is now shrinking. So when you're talking about half of what, 35%, we're only talking about 15 or so percent of people that are just whack jobs. As a matter of fact, whack jobs is the exact word that that John Boehner said, that the Republican Party is now run by a bunch of whack jobs.
Well, you know what, John?
Huh.
It was funny. The other day I went down. I have a few stuff, a little garden, or whatever, down at my brother's. And of course, he's a massive Trump supporter. He has signs all over his yard. Still, they're up. But I happened to go on the back. He has a wooden fence in the back, facing the street. And on the, you know how it said, Trump Pence, make America great again?
Yeah.
He totally whited out Pence's name, and it just has Trump, America great.
Pence writing the book.
My brother believes all that, people. He needs deliverance, John. What do we do?
Pence
What irony in writing out Pence's name, you know?
Pence is fixing to write a book.
That's what he did.
He's fixing to
Writing
cash
out
in on
Pence
that.
right on, you know?
Huh?
Yeah.
What was that, David.
I'm just, it's pretty ironic. That's his name. That's white on white. That's like metaphysically white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Pence, he's the whitest guy I know. He's the poser.
That's proof. Well, that's proof, though, that everybody, not like my mother, and the diehard Trump supporters, they'll believe everything that Trump tells them. Let's not fact check it. Let's just listen to everything that
Indeed.
Fox News has
Indeed, that's what they do.
Because that's the truth.
It comes out of Trump's mouth as gospel, baby. It's gospel.
Has to be.
And that's what the sad statement of the Republican. Well, out of what's left of the Republican Party, I described it earlier as the Republican Party in a pot being heated up, and all the decent people, the conservatives that would still have a sense of decency. That's the vapor. It's condensing down, baby, and pretty soon that's all you got left is the racist, the bigoted, the assholes, the people that are in there for their own greed. That's them. That's what it's reduced down to.
I could not stand Boehner. A lot of them, the neocons, the George Bush Jr. Republicans, are now looking at the Republican Party saying, "You guys are done.
You guys are whack jobs." Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yep. These are the guys I hated before. John Boehner ain't no friend of the Democratic Party. When he was Speaker of the House, crying John, cried a lot, drank a lot too. He was an asshole then. I like it now because as much of a staunch anti-drug guy he was back when he was Speaker of the House, all of a sudden he's on TV selling.
He's pushing legalized marijuana now.
Yeah. Boy, howdy shit. Let me call that out real quick. Let me get this right. Hyperus? I can't see it from here. Hyperus just donated $50. Hyperus. Wow. Thank you very much. We appreciate that tremendously.
Thank you.
That's going to go a long way. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. We appreciate all our donations, every one of them. That's what keeps us going. But look for some improvements and some more giveaways. We're going to do another coffee cup, right?
Yeah,
we're going to do a coffee cup
giveaway pretty soon.
Pretty quick. So, Michael James and
Maria Betancourt
were the winners on
Tuesday. That day that already happened.
Yeah, that day already happened.
Yeah.
The day's not here right now, but it's coming again. Don't worry, it's coming again. Ain't that weird? Shit comes every time
Dominic's
there is one. What's that?
Somebody went over to Dominic's fund and evened it out to $2,800.
It's at $2,800 now.
I love you guys so much.
Outstanding. It couldn't have happened to a better family.
New threads, no?
He could buy some new threads. Get ready. I tell him, man, beads and flowers, and those round sunglasses. I'm telling you, you need the look. You're going to go to Berkeley. You got to have the look. Are you shitting me? Come on.
Bring a sweater and jacket. I know the Bay Area.
The times we have lived through. I don't think I could go back out there and it'd still be the same. So I'd be walking around the seat throwing peace and hey, brother, peace. With that guy, what's wrong with him? I don't know. He keeps shooting the victory sign. Who are we supposed to beat? I don't know. Things change. Times change. The only thing we can rely on is ourselves to try to make the changes that we can within our lifetime. I always say that this is a generational fight, and we're not going to see the end of it in our lifetime. The best we can hope for is to see improvement and to make steps in the right direction. And we are lucky enough right now to be witness to one of those times in history where, if everything goes right, this is going to be one of those major steps where we take a major advance, a big step forward in our infrastructure and jobs and rebuilding the middle class. That's how it was done after World War II. When corporations paid taxes.
We can make the base stable and build the scaffolding a little bit higher. That's the best we can do.
Yeah. We keep working at it. But it's good it's a good feeling to know that you participated in every one of you. That's what we're doing right now. Iris Giselle, how are you doing? I hope you love your shirt. She was one of our winners. She got the Jenny shirt. Everybody in this conversation right now on YouTube and in this room, on Facebook and everything, should be proud of being involved. I thank you so much for it being in this location. But being here, yeah, means that you're involved, you're interested, you want to see things better, and you want to be a part of that. So, yeah, we're patriots, baby. That's what we are, and we demonstrate it.
Of course, John.
You know.
Yeah, we don't want to see our country fall apart.
No.
And see somebody like Trump go in for another
No, we
4
want to
years
lift
and
each
just-
other up.
He would put us back so far you couldn't even imagine.
Let me see. As
Yeah.
Matt Gaetz faces an investigation into sex trafficking allegations, he's adopted a familiar strategy, one perfected by his political idol, Donnie. Call them all liars. I guess that's what that means. I don't know. I just read the headline. I'm assuming that's what it means. Call them all liars. They're all liars. That's what Donnie did. It ain't working for him no more anyway. He's still got to show up.
He hasn't called him.
Yeah, he's got to show up for court, I think, sooner or later, because he's got, the Supreme Court tossed out his objection to him being sued, so he's getting sued.
One or two of the vocal Republicans have said that the quiet word behind the closed doors is that as soon as his indictment comes down, he's ejected from the House of Representatives.
Oh, he has to be. He has to be.
Of course.
The House cannot,
off the Judiciary Committee,
off the committee and out of the House. If he's indicted on sexual traffic of a minor, oh hell yeah. Go on back to Florida, buddy. You just became Florida man. You're no longer a congressman. You're a Florida man. And I'm sorry, Florida, you have to put up with that.
That Marjorie Taylor they need to get rid of.
Holy shit. Y'all are being too kind.
Yeah.
Did you see that fixing come up?
Mr. Gaetz could be looking at 10 years in prison.
Oh, man.
Friend.
Minor. I mean, that's the low end. I'm thinking I seen where they got video of him on surveillance.
Yep.
Him and that Greenberg. God, Diana Mallory. Diana Mallory just donated $50 to Super Chat and says, sorry, I'm late. So what did I miss? Nothing. We was waiting on you. As a matter of fact, we sitting here in a quiet room. Ain't nobody said shit for the last 2 hours. We just went, no, I'm just shit. Just another night of friendly conversation. Darling, thank you very much. We appreciate that tremendously. That's going to be a big impact tonight on next month's bills. So thank you so much for that. All right, before I get mushy, what'd y'all say? What? And then it was quiet. Nobody spoke.
Everybody's quiet.
Seconds ticked by. The host was starting to get nervous. Beads of sweat formed on his forehead.
Remember here, get this going for me.
Hey, y'all say something. Huh? No. What?
I'll tell you what. I'll say something.
What?
I'll tell you what.
What?
These repubs, that's what I call them.
Repubs.
I never have liked them. Yeah, repubs.
Repukes.
Right.
Repukes.
They're the type of people who is like this. Say you need a ride to the store, right?
Right.
And you pay them to take you to the store.
Pay them.
And they take you down to the river and drop you off and tell you got to walk the rest of the way.
That's who they are. Yeah.
Yep.
Here they are.
I gave you a right.
You're giving them money for nothing.
Yeah.
They're not doing nothing.
They're not
Mitch
doing anything.
and them didn't do nothing for 4 years. They didn't do nothing when Obama was in.
No.
Now they don't have the lead of the stagecoach. They want a bitch.
Yeah.
Like what he said the other day about the corporations.
Right.
Corporations is a private, company, and they can do what they want to do. I don't care what he says.
Yeah. I agree with
my understanding is that the stupid people that keeps voting these people back in the office. What do they see?
Oh.
Am I missing something?
No, you're wondering the same thing we're all wondering, Tony.
They're
What
only
is
seeing
it?
right wing media, and that's the trick right there. None of the real issues get talked about.
Well,
Yeah.
again, I fall back every time this comes up. I fall right back on what Jared Kushner said when he was interviewed by a magazine, and he said for the Trump organization, it's not about issues, it's about attitude. And that's what it is with the Republican, what's left of the Republican. It's not about the issues. It's about the attitude. Freedom. That's what it is. Wear a mask. I ain't getting no vaccine. It's freedom. They want to take my gun. It's everything like that. Nothing that adds to the conversation. Nothing that furthers an agenda anywhere. It's just an obstruction of hateful rhetoric over on that side. and we have to recognize it. And like Joe Biden said, either work with us or we're going to find a way to work around you. We're not going to. Doing nothing is not an option. Yeah. It's not an option. We're going to do something.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah,
good
I
for
am.
him.
I am. I'm kicked up. And what was it? Virginia Whitley said a minute ago. Shit. Damn, Virginia, you said something a minute ago, and I was going to quote you, and now I done forgot with squirrel. I'm sorry. It's Bernadette's fault right there. I see that, Bernadette. You distracted me, and now I can't remember what Virginia Whitley said. Anyway, it'll come to me in a minute. That's what happens. I don't know what causes that shit. You know, somebody ought to study it one day. Short-term memory loss, I don't know. What were we talking about?
The dumb people.
Why they vote the way they do. You know, Lord only knows. I don't know. They still got the flags up and down my street. Are you shitting me? Really, come on. It's over. It's over. You know, I just, it's over. Take them down. Nope. I'm leaving them up. Well, just point out your ignorance, you know. It shows how desperate they are.
They're just leaving them up to agonize you.
Yes, that's all. That's all. And I appreciate that. I'm glad they take the time to think of me every day. And they do. They do. Probably watching right now. Thank you for the views, boys. We appreciate it. You know.
Make sure to hit that like button now. Don't hear?
Yeah, do that. Subscribe too. That way you don't have to wonder when I'm on. Yeah, that's what they do. But they're not going to quit. He's their idol. The scumbag who has shown himself to be nothing but a con his whole life and continues to be. The stories about him overcharging his own donors to the tune of millions, hundreds of millions.
They had to pay back $100 million to the donors, which was fantastic.
Yes, he stole from them.
$127 million.
$127 million that he had to give back to the donors, refund. Of course, that doesn't account for the misery that some of those people had to go through because Donnie Boy emptied their bank account and they didn't have the money for their electric bill or their rent or their groceries or whatever it was because Trump stole everything out of their account. Really nice guy, this guy. You know, so to answer why they still support him, I don't know. A mystery only God can figure out, I guess.
Think they're owning us by doing all this.
They do.
But my account didn't get drained.
Only libtards. We ain't doing nothing. And it just comes out, and it's just hate for hate's sake. It's just being a bigot just to prove that you can be one. You know, it's so ridiculous. Are you shitting me? Johnny Fly, what are you doing? I seen that. I seen that. Continues to be a trend. Johnny Fly just donated $50 through Super Chat and said, "We all need to stick together and continue to stand behind President Biden. He has done more in less than 100 days than Trump did in a week or even one day. Thanks, John and Travis, for having this Blue Dot Forum. Fuck the Republican Party." I couldn't say it better myself. Johnny Fly, thank y'all so much. All y'all have been so kind with your donations tonight. We truly appreciate it. Those, you know, get them masked up and we'll get that money next month. So that helps next month look a whole lot better. We appreciate that because we got stimulated ourselves yesterday, and before that, I ain't embarrassed. They had 2 digits in front of that decimal before that check came in. So yeah, a lot of us live that way, and so it was great to get stimulated.
I sure liked what President Biden said today after he signed that executive order on the gun issue.
What?
He said, enough is enough with the thoughts and prayers. It's time for some action.
There you go.
And I just thought, I thought that was just spot on, man. I thought that was
when I hear thoughts and prayers. One thing I think about is when it goes to Republicans. They pray you're not going to come get their gun, and their thought is, who do I donate to keep my gun? You know, that's their thoughts and prayers. They're thinking about how to keep their gun. Oh, the Democrats are going to come get my gun. Now there's another school shooting over there, and them kids got killed. Now they want my gun. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because y'all are turned into a
Like you
bunch
said,
of
dude.
rabid dogs.
Thoughts and prayers ain't going to save any kids.
No.
Maybe these new rules will help save some kids. Let's hope.
Let's hope.
So,
You know,
I'm
I've noticed. I noticed the uptick in gun violence since masks have gone away in a lot of states and self-distancing has gone away.
I think it's
The
a
more people-
culmination of the 4 years
More-
of bullshit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, people are going out now and they're taking their frustrations out too.
Yes, a lot of people are frustrated. You know, and a lot of them on that side over there are predicated on a big lie that the election was stolen and their golden idol calf got cheated, and he's still singing that song, so they still want to believe him, and they're depressed and they're disappointed in their country and their government, and all of it on a lie that
Hey,
Republican politicians are willing to keep predicating. You know,
Hey,
keep
John.
putting out there. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, did you hear any blowback yet from the Republicans on what Biden?
Oh, you cut out on me, Johnny. What'd you say again? On Biden's what?
Did on Biden's executive orders and stuff and what he said today? Did we hear from any Republicans already like going against him on this or what? I didn't hear anything.
I haven't heard anything because, again,
Not yet.
we just had a shooting last night and we got one again today. Now's not a good time to start coming out and defending your position on protecting gun rights. People are getting tired of that shit.
It'll be there tomorrow.
If they're going to say
sure.
anything, they'd come out and say, well, this isn't the time for the conversation where the country has to heal over this tragedy here. They don't give a shit about the tragedy. I got a shirt over there. I'm a survivor of the Bowling Green Massacre. There was no Bowling Green Massacre. It's what the Republican called it one day when they was talking about guns and how terrible it was at the Bowling Green Massacre. And when somebody went to go, what massacre? There was none. It was just a talking point, just something to say. Because half the morons out there aren't going to go look it up. Was there a massacre in Bowling Green? Well, there must have been. He said it. Yeah. It's always that push to scare them, thinking that all their rights are going to be. They keep running around yelling freedom. Freedom of what? What freedoms have you lost?
I agree.
You're right here with the rest of us. We all have go get in your car and drive somewhere. Hell, drive one end of this country. Hell, drive to Alaska. You got the freedom to do whatever the hell you want. What they want is the freedom to hurt you, to discriminate
Take
against
away your
you.
right to vote.
Yes, take away your right to vote. Take away your right to enter this country in a legal way.
Yep.
They want to stop all of that.
Reminds me, John.
Huh?
That reminds me, John. How does the governor of Georgia get away with saying that? Oh, if anything, we expanded your rights. We didn't take anything away. How the hell did he come up with that idea?
I swear, because they expect their followers, their constituents, not to go look it up, not to verify anything that they say. They can say whatever the hell they want and make it sound good. That we expanded the rights in Georgia. No, you didn't. You restricted them.
One thing about Kemp when
And you
Kemp
took
talks.
away grandma's water. Somebody ought to just slap the shit out of you. Don't come around here lying with that
Amen.
Brian Kemp shit.
Kemp ran for governor against Stacey Abrams as Secretary of State,
Yeah.
where he got to control it. So always one thing to remember about Kemp. Kemp is corrupt to the core.
That's true. He got elected because he ran the election that he was running in. So yeah, it kind of came out in his favor. That's always been suspicious. Let him run against Stacey Abrams. I think she'd have a hell of a good time. I think she could do
Too
it.
bad. If somebody doesn't take and run that bill that they just passed in Georgia
Right?
on the front page of the newspaper for in all the newspapers in the state of Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what they're doing. And it's not just
This
Georgia.
is
This has got to be a warning to the rest of the 44 states that
oh,
are
it's
introducing
trying
it.
to help start off here in Arkansas too.
That's how come it's just so
Republicans out here
important.
in California have a voter suppression bill they're trying to push through.
Anywhere there's a Republican, they're trying. because lie, cheat, and steal is the only way they got to do it. Yes, to stop you from voting is the only. To fewer people that vote, the better it is for Republicans. But the fewer people is mostly us. So no savvy the shit, senor. We shoved up your ass.
Urban areas, they shut down voting places too. That don't help.
I always say, if you're standing in line for hours to vote, that's your government, that's your local government working against your right to vote. That's your state trying to prevent you from voting. There should not be long lines to vote. There should be Apple access to ballot boxes.
In 2022, if we hang on to the Senate if we hang on to the House and the Senate and get more in the Senate, what is stopping us from that point of doing a constitutional amendment of making everybody who turns 18 with being registered voters?
Well,
3/4 of the state.
Yeah, it has to be
amendment.
ratified by 3/4 of the state. So, that's the thing with constitutional amendments; they have to be ratified.
You need to flip state governments to do that.
You'd have to flip.
I
Texas
forgot about that little technicality.
That's what they
It's
live
a
on,
tough
baby.
one.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough one. It's why we can't get rid of the electoral college, stuff like that. But we can get rid of the filibuster, and we need to keep pushing that because that stands in the way of so much progress.
As long as we've got that dumbass Democrat in there, I think we're going to have a problem.
We need to solve the problem. Then we need to solve the problem.
We need about
I think
4
it's
Senate,
time
more
for
Senate
phone bank.
irrelevant. I mean, essentially, if we can get 4 more, an advantage of about 4, and we can do away with what Manchin's doing, and we can put pressure on him to fall in line, or we're going to get rid of him.
And over time, I think we're going to see more and more Republicans
I think
turn.
it's time for phone calls and letter writing to Manchin.
What do they got left?
I
Matt
agree.
Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Bobart. Kind of skating thin here on integrity over on that side. I'm just saying. Anyway,
We're going to pick up
He should be a
8 or
Republican,
10.
not a Democrat.
8 or 10
We're going
Senate
to
seats.
get 8 or 10 Senate seats next time.
I think there's
so.
34 seats open, and every congressional seat is up for grabs. So we have to remember that this is a big time, baby. This is to make our move.
Yep.
And again, Erin Trombley stepped up to in her neck of the woods and decided, I'm going to do something about that. So y'all remember that. It starts with just regular people. It just starts with somebody
What
out
she's
there
doing
going.
massively important.
Oh,
I mean, it's seeming like it's town council, but that's really where this needs to start.
That's where the rubber hits the road for the people that live in our communities is your local government. So pay attention there.
Yep.
And if you see a Republican, vote him out.
Patty, if I'm not mistaken, the Tennessee senator or congresswoman, Patty Murray,
Right.
she was on the school board in the state of Washington. And I was one of the proud voters that voted for her back then.
There you go.
Yeah.
Start
And she
somewhere.
she was called the
Aaron is
Tennessee
starting there.
the Tennessee senator or whatever.
And when
I
she
can't remember if
becomes
she's senator or
President
congresswoman.
Trombley, we can say we knew her win. We knew her win. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight and visiting us, enjoying the conversation around the table. Bill Jones, always a pleasure, my friend.
Just for me as well, and it was a big welcome aboard to Tony. Tony, welcome to the family, buddy. I'm glad you're on Discord. It's
There you
always
go.
nice to have a new voice, my friend.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that.
Outstanding. The table gets bigger, the family gets a little bit larger.
And that's a good love. The
That
more
is.
the better. We need all the blue dots we can get, buddy.
Right.
More the merrier, you're
the more
right.
the merrier indeed.
Amen.
Anyway,
Amen.
Bill, thank you so much. And I enjoyed looking at that article about where your daughter's going to work at. Pretty damn impressive,
Yep.
my friend.
Yeah, a little bit proud of her,
I
but she
wouldn't-
gets to do what she wanted to do, and she started out like young Dominic, wanting to get into science and technology, and here
And
she
look-
is
and
going to
look where
work
it
at
led
it.
to
So
her.
that's good.
Yes,
Good thing.
Awesome.
it is. It's a wonderful story, and one that everybody should be inspired by. And Dominic now has that same opportunity in front of him, and I know he's going to capitalize
Yeah,
on that.
well, I have great faith in these young kids
I
coming
do
up
too.
today. She was my late in life blessing. Don't wait till you're in your 40s to have a kid. I'm in my late 60s, and I have a 22-year-old daughter. So.
There you go. There you go. We waited. Well, we didn't wait. We ended up waiting. I was 38 when 38 when Travis was born, and so we got a lot.
I hear you. I know the deal.
Yeah,
but that's good. We got the kids.
I got all that shit out of my skin before
the kids are so focused today, and I'm so proud of all the kids that are focusing. And the good thing is almost all these kids are Blue Dots.
Yes.
Over 70% of my daughter's class are Blue Dots.
Yes, they are engaged in a future for them and for us. So, yeah,
Amen.
It's brighter days ahead, Bill. Brighter days ahead because of your daughter.
Yes,
and
buddy.
Dominic.
Well, I'm proud to be a Blue Dot, and you guys take care. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Bill.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Okay.
And David, out in
Bill.
California, we appreciate your voice all the time, brother.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone, and I appreciate you guys so much.
We appreciate you being here. We take a fancy to your inspirational life. Also,
you all keep my spirit renewed. You all keep my spirit renewed.
Well, you do the same here, brother. See how it works? Works back and forth. Yeah, it's a great thing they got. Friends are the family you pick for yourself. Isn't that what they say? Indeed. So, David, thank you for being here. And Johnny Fly, all the way up in Pennsylvania. Brother, we always enjoy your visit.
I always enjoy you.
I seen your last video. Shared it too.
I'm glad you like that.
Yeah.
We're one big family. We must never give up. We are going to prevail, people.
We will. We will. We're going to see what change we can influence in our lifetime. And then we're going to leave it up to the people that we inspire to change it even more. So that's the way you look at it. We're just helping the people coming behind us, pointing them in the right way. So thank you, Johnny, for being here. And Tony Boyd, thank you, brother, for showing up. We appreciate it. We enjoyed having you on.
Thank you, John. I was glad to be here.
Well, you ain't experienced nothing yet. Have you been over to the Blue Room?
No, I haven't been over to the Blue. I was over earlier and I talked to Bernadette.
You got your working clothes on, or I'm just wondering. Cinch your belt up a little bit, I'd say. 'Cause we're going to be over there in just a few minutes.
I wanted to get on the show and meet the people, meet everybody and stuff because I've been watching y'all for so long.
We appreciate it so much.
We're glad to have you, Tony.
Yes, we encourage all our Blue Dot out there to get on Discord. Come join the conversation.
I never miss a show.
We appreciate
I don't care
that.
if it's a rant, whatever. I see them all.
I try not to miss one, but I've missed I don't know. I can count them. Too many. Here lately, I missed two. I missed a Monday, and then I missed a Someday. It was one of them days. Ends in Y. Look it up on the calendar. I think it was. Anyway, Tony, so glad you got in here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Velda Lee, mother hen of our group, baby. Glad you stopped by. Glad everything's good with Wayne.
Yep, everything's good.
Outstanding.
And I'm glad to see Tony in here too. He can't be all that bad. My daughter's named Tony, so
there you go. Hey, you know it, Tony? I know it, Tony.
I'm just as old as John is.
Hey! No numbers here.
I know.
48.
I got all the gray hair and everything.
Yeah,
and,
don't brag.
I didn't have a long beard. Yeah.
At least you got here, Tony. I've lost most of mine.
Hey, every one of us should be thankful to get to the age we are, because that means we already beat a whole lot of people that you knew when you started out.
And John?
Yes, ma'am.
Last Friday, Wayne and I celebrated our 38th wedding anniversary.
38. 38 years. Congratulations, Velda. Tell Wayne we said happy anniversary. Ain't it nice, baby? Ain't it nice? You start cranking up those big numbers. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my eyeball set on 50. Fuck yeah.
I bought him dinner that day.
Outstanding. Well, that's what I did.
I bought him shrimp fajitas.
Oh. There you go.
And I bought myself steak fajitas.
There you go.
And that man ate everything that was in that prepared meal.
Did it in the name of love. That, and he probably likes shrimp tacos too. So.
Shrimp is his favorite go-to food.
Marcia, when it comes to seafood, she's a shrimp person. She likes fried shrimp, and that's what she likes. I like anything that crawled out of the sea just about.
As you want to come here?
But anyway.
Yep, me too.
I thank everybody for coming in tonight and visiting and having the conversation around the table. I want to thank everybody in our Blue Dot family on Facebook, on Periscope, for giving us a little bit of your time. And it is the most precious thing we all have. And we're so thankful you come by here to spend a little bit of it with us. That being said, it's Thursday. So mañana, cerveza. And I don't know what the word is. Bud. Beer and Bud Friday tomorrow. So put the beer on the ice, put the Bud in the bowl or any other smoking material that you might have. And get ready for a weekend. I know they come around every week, but every one of them should be a little bit more special. So try to make it that way. Anyway, still in a pandemic. Wear your mask. Get your shot. Glad to see people out there getting the shot all the time. It just makes me happier as shit. The more people gets vaccinated, the better I feel. But it's not over. Some areas are still getting bad. So wear your mask. Stay socially distanced and stay the hell away from nasty-ass people. And try to put a smile in your heart. Put a smile on somebody's face during the day. Something to brighten the light to make it just a little bit more bearable and know that tomorrow's going to be just a little bit better. And with Joe Biden, hell, it seems like every day we're taking big steps. So, no telling what the next few days is going to bring. Y'all take care, and y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
We will see you tomorrow. We'll be back here on Sunday for our next Blue Dot family meeting. Until then, y'all take care of yourself. I love you very much, and thank you all so much for being a part of this. And we'll see y'all later.